Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Ultima IX Ascension. When last we left off, we are here in Buccaneers Den, a place where there are lots of things to do. Our primary goal is to go and see Sam Hain, Raven's employer, but there are lots of side quests, lots of enemies to have at thee with, lots of loot to find, lots of karma to get, and lots of people to talk to, and we're going to try our best to do as much of that as possible before we progress the plot. A few of those things we actually want to do for definite before going to see Sam Hain, because dialogue will be different if we don't. And that sextant is floating above that shelf, and you can't unsee that anymore. You're welcome! The first thing we did here, after getting the rather rude welcome from the two pirates that wanted our gold, was we went to the cartographer and we got a map, so let us check out that map. It was only 50 gold, and it's actually a pretty good map. The thing we need to focus on here is the well in front of the giant house. That is the point of interest. There are actually two other maps that we can purchase from the cartographer. I think they're both pretty cheap, but we're not going to be needing those. At least I hope we're not going to be needing those, because they point to, well, one of them points to an awesome piece of loot, and another one points to a quest objective. And one thing to note about that map, you saw that there were holes in the right-hand side of it. I will bring it up again. Those holes there on the right, a little bit up. If you have your backpack or a pouch open by those holes, the items will actually appear through those holes, which is a very nice touch. Now, before we say farewell to this man, let us go and check out these books, because the Avatar always likes a spot of reading. And it's a book about travelling without a boat on the ocean. We've read that one already. But what about this one? It's exactly the same book. I don't know if the cartographer is hoping that we'll buy that book, considering it's on so many shelves here, but we're not going to. So instead, we shall say farewell, activate running, and go to the shop. The shop is over here, up these stairs. We want to make sure we don't fall, because it's a long way down, and we may hit the rocks as opposed to the water. We also want to watch out for the giant crabs. There is a way to turn them onto their backs so that they are much easier to defeat, but we don't actually know that ability yet. It's not possible for us to know that ability until we get to another town. So for now, let us just talk to you, a man who looks exactly like the bowyer in Britain, and see what you have to sell, as this is a shop for generic general items.
My name's Herzog. Welcome to me shop. Have a look around, maybe you'll find something you need.
Greetings, Herzog. First I want to know what you sell here.
What do you sell here?
I buy and sell all manner of supplies for adventuring and exploring. You've got the look of an adventurer about you. Surely you'll find something you need here.
That I will, but first, we want to know about these whirlpools.
Do you know anything about the whirlpools in the area?
Nothing except they've been good for business. They've been killing the shipping business, which has sent people off trying to find out more about them. Before those folks go off exploring, they stock up for supplies here. Business has been so good, I'm looking to hire someone to help out around here.
Those people that went to explore those whirlpools, did they actually come back? Because if they didn't, I'm not looking forward to exploring them myself. And by exploring, I mean probably getting pulled into them and being killed. Either way, let us see what you have to sell.
Yes, I would like to see a list of your wares.
Now, there's trout, bread, onions, muffins, gin. There are chain boots here. That is something that we want. There's also a leather cap, we don't need that. Torches, oil flasks, a sextant. Cannonballs, we may need them. There is a cutlass, a hand axe, there is a two-handed axe, and there are some scrolls, telekinesis and fireball. We may be back for them later. But for now, we'll just get the boots.
Anything else for you?
Nothing right now, thank you.
I've got to go. Goodbye.
Oh, I'm glad that that sound file was there, because it doesn't fit at all considering the dialogue we were just having. Either way, chain boots. We'll equip them, and I'm actually going to look at our spellbook and see what is at level 2. Let's see, level 2 is, Cure, Infernal Armor, Ethereal Sight, and Crystal Barrier. Create reagents is one we could have bought, but I think we can get that in a place we're going to be visiting soon. For now, I want to sell these boots that I've swapped over. We don't need them anymore. They're only made of leather. Chain is better.
Greetings. Come back to look around, eh? In the market to buy or sell anything today?
We're in the market to sell.
I would like to sell some items.
And of course it is the same generic I would like to sell some items sound. Now, we're going to sell the boots for a whole 1 gold.
Anything else for you?
And then leave.
I've got to go. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Now let us go and carry on exploring, and be very careful of the giant crab that will be nearby. There's typically one in the water about here, but if we don't pester, there's that giant crab. If we don't pester the giant crab shouldn't attack us, which is good, because the giant crab will take a lot of damage from our weapons, even our sword. And now this.
Step up, folks. The auction is about to begin. We have a fine selection today. Laborers, personal servants, whatever your needs, we can fit the bill. You, sir, how do you like the looks of this fine young girl? She's a winner. She's sure to fill all of your needs, if you get my meaning.
There are many things I do not like about Buccaneers Den, and this is one of them. Let us talk to you and find out what exactly is going on, though it is pretty obvious.
We have a fine selection today. Why don't you go over there and take a look? I'm sure that she would more than suit your needs.
We're going to talk to her, not say that we'll buy her, because we do not deal in the slave trade. Also, we probably don't have the money, even if we did select that option.
Farewell.
Let us say hello. She seems quite upset.
Please, sir, help me. They've...
Hey there! No talking to the merchandise unless you're here to buy. So, are you here to bid or just window shopping?
We are gonna say this. It's not gonna go very far, but we might as well object.
By the virtues. She's a human being, not cattle.
Ah, then I take it you're not bidding.
You take it correctly. This is barbaric. How can you treat people like property?
Look, mate, these people sold themselves into servitude to pay off debts. They're here by need or by choice. You don't like it? Shove off.
But did she? Now there is a question. Let us ask her and find out.
Please, sir, help me. They've...
Hey there! No talking to the merchandise unless you're here to buy. So, are you here to bid or just window shopping?
Now, I don't know why she doesn't remember that we just had an argument with her about this, but we're going to pretend that we're going to bid so that we can talk to this person some more.
I'll bid on her.
Very well then, as long as you're here to bid, you can talk to the girl.
Please, sir, help me. These horrible pirates kidnapped me. I didn't sell myself into service. I came here looking for Sam Hain, not to be a slave. Please help me get out of here.
Let us dig deeper.
These people kidnapped you?
Yes, they kidnapped me and took all of my belongings. I had no debts. I didn't need to sell myself into service. Oh, please help me, sir. If I don't get away from here, they'll sell me as a slave.
We do not want that at all. So let's look for more info. Why was she looking for Sam Hain?
Why are you looking for Sam Hain?
Well, my mother knew Sam Hain years ago. Just before she died, she gave me a letter of introduction to Sam Hain so he would give me a job. But on the way here, those pirates kidnapped me and took all of my belongings.
Now, this is a question that we are going to ask because, for all we know, she could very well be lying. It's very unlikely considering the nature of quests in this game, but we may get some information on where we can find proof.
How do I know that you're telling me the truth?
I had proof that I came here looking for Sam Hain, but those pirates took it.
Let us go and get that proof. And we should also ask this.
Where did the pirates take the goods they stole from you?
I don't know. It was just some building in town.
Which building is it?
I don't know. I was scared and confused. I don't remember much.
A building in town. There aren't too many of them, so we can start searching quite quickly. There's one right next to us, in fact.
I'm sorry. I can't get involved with this.
No, please help me, please.
Shut up, you! Don't believe a word that comes out of this one's mouth. She's a liar through and through. I'm sure that you could teach her right, though, if she was yours.
We are most certainly not buying her, and saying that we can't get involved in this is the only way to get out of that conversation. There is no way to say, I'll help you. You can only say, no, I can't get involved. That's probably there so that we can pretend that we were just looking to bid and that we aren't actually going to help her, just so that the auction lady here doesn't suspect. But we do have a scribble in our journal which says that we are going to be looking into this. But first, the Lost Book of Mantras. Amkin rum ben mu, dim sum kyo ra loxnid, pei bear un or uska, bif pow sum bang, liz zoe cow frem, ort lum spam mo yum, ti meow. Either we have just summoned the most powerful entity in all of Britannia, or we just said a bunch of gibberish. It's quite likely that we just did the latter. Ooh, gems. Now, can we sell all of this to the merchant? Also, keel haul, eh? Gonna have to see if that will ever come in useful. But first, we're just going to ignore the Iron Maiden here and the various implements of torture. And ignore the giant crab that's here. For that giant crab is still there, quietly waiting. And let's see if we can sell all of these gems. We might not be able to, which means that we're probably going to put them down because it's going to be a while before we go back to Britain. The store is at least quite close by. And it would seem like you're up. Nope, that is still the dialogue from the auction lady. I thought it was dialogue from you. That's dialogue from you. I farewell.
Greetings. Come back to...
Now let's see if we can sell all this.
I would like to sell some items.
We can sell the necklace, and we can sell just the necklace.
Anything else for you?
We've got to go.
I've got to go. Goodbye.
Well, that's a tiny amount of money, so let us drop this on the ground and have a look at our inventory. It is quite full of things. We're going to make some room for the... I accidentally closed that by clicking around. Let us eat some food. Might as well. It makes room if nothing else. There we go. And there's one more muffin. There we go. It was delicious. Unfortunately, we have no more snacks. We're going to have to be careful now. If the Avatar gets hungry, we'll have to find things that aren't cake and muffins. And that would be terrible. Got to be careful about that crab. Still don't want to get that crab's attention. We'll know we've got the crab's attention when the combat music starts. We'll be hearing that combat music pretty soon. Just gonna ignore that area for now. Have a look at what's being built here. Not surprisingly, it's a boat. It's a pretty small boat, and it is not far into construction. So let's go over here and see what's happening. And already we can see somebody that appears to be having a bad time. And it's an area with a lot of people. And a rat that just fell from the sky. Fortunately, the rat seems to be okay. Are you okay?
You can talk to him when I finish here.
What exactly are you doing?
What do you want?
What has he done to deserve what you're doing?
What has he done to deserve this punishment?
He asks too many questions about stuff that was none of his damn business. Want to know anything else?
Yes. Stand down.
I don't much like your tone of voice.
Really? Maybe you'd like my club across your head.
Not really, but if you try, I have a helmet. Have at thee! You really shouldn't have picked this fight. I am much better equipped for it. But either way, you're free now! I don't know if you talk automatically to me.
Thank you, stranger. Thank you so much. I wasn't even with those pirates. I was captured when they boarded our ship. I was lucky. Most of the crew died.
Were there any more captives?
Only one that I know of. They took the captain. I heard some of the pirates talking about them holding the captain in some cave until his ransom was paid.
All right, then. You take care of yourself.
I will. And thank you again.
No problem. Now, we need to find that captain. But first, there is this man we must talk to.
Imagine, if you will, a product that makes you rich, smart, healthy, and attractive. That draws friends and adventurers. That gives special powers of entrancement. And that can make you the envy of all around you.
Whoa, that sounds like a great item. Tell me more before that person in the background clips around some more.
Hello, friend. How are you doing today? Listen, I'll let you in on a secret. I've just come upon a special treasure. Would you like to see it?
Well, first, what is it?
Yes, what is it?
Imagine, if you will, a product that makes you rich, smart, healthy, and attractive, that draws friends and adventurers, that gives special powers of entrancement, and that can slice a simple onion into a lovely design fit for your most elegant party.
I've always wanted a nicely sliced onion for my parties.
How have I ever lived without this special treasure?
And what's more, you may have it in your possession for the low, low price of half your gold.
Sure, that seems like a great... Wait a minute. Are you trying to con me? I think you might be trying to con me. In fact, that is exactly what this guy is trying to do. The item that he is offering you is entirely useless. And he will take half your gold. Admittedly, if you have 2 gold, he will only take 1. But if you have 10,000 gold, you will part with 5,000 for something that is rubbish. The avatar may have been pulled in by the original sales pitch, but now he sees the light. He sees the deception.
Do you take me for a common fool?
But friend!
You are not our friend.
No, absolutely not.
You are out for our money, and we are never speaking to you again. In fact, are all these your boxes? We are going to smash the boxes! Smash them in anger! How dare you try and rip off the avatar? He'll show you. He'll show all of you. Have at the boxes! There's a good chance that there's absolutely nothing that we want in any of these things, but we're still going to smash them. There. The avatar feels a bit better now. And more importantly, we got absolutely nothing for our troubles. Darn it. And it would seem like that guy is caught in a glitch. Let me help you by talking to you.
Matey.
Indeed. And let's talk to you.
Out of gold. Time to sail the seas in search of plunder.
I'd much rather you didn't, but you're not going to be stopped just by me saying that, are you? Also, you can see the seams of the sea. And let's talk to you.
Can't wait to get me hands on some loot.
Are we talking about the musical instrument here?
Can't wait to get me hands on some loot.
I don't think we are. Either way, let us, smash this. And that. And that. Ooh, cabbages. Just what we always wanted. Are they cabbages? That's a good question. No, it's a broken barrel and... What is in there? Ah! Floating cabbages. I see. They are indeed cabbages, though. Let's eat one. Delicious! And now let us check out this boat. This boat is quite important. Just gonna jump over here. Just managed to get onto it and have a look in this chest here. There is some gold. More importantly, I think we accidentally clicked something that we weren't necessarily meant to.
Serpent wine! Squawk! The pirates are hoarding serpent wine! Squawk!
What?
What?
believe you, bird. We just got some very valuable information there that, the serpent wine is here, which means the serpent is here. Also, that is the item that we would have got from, paying half our gold. Also, this again. When it's ready. If it ever happens.
Serpent wine! Squawk! The pirates are hoarding serpent wine! Squawk!
Shut up, noisy bird.
I love that there is that dialogue choice, though. The Avatar is just so annoyed with that bird. This is what we want. Dearest Samhain, surely if you are reading this, you have met my daughter Katie. Though you have not seen her most of your life, I knew you would help her find a job here, which is why I have sent her to you. Take care of her, Samhain, and of yourself. Rebecca. We're taking this. This is very important. Also, we've triggered this again. And we have to wait for the bird to start speaking. Darn it. Whenever you're ready. Please. And this is when the bird's like, well, you told me to go away.
Serpent wine! Squawk! The pirates are hoarding serpent wine! Squawk!
I thought for a moment there that because we told the bird to leave, it was just like, well, I'll show you I'm never coming back.
Shut up, noisy bird.
The bird was here. The bird is no longer here. The sooner we get away from here, the sooner we will not be stuck in dialogue with these birds. Also, you can definitely see the seams of the water here. Having an NPC that flies around a lot, and their position relative to you being the determining factor as to whether you actually get dialogue is not great, as we can see there. And so, when we come back, folks, we have got something important that proves that the girl that the auction lady is trying to sell is not, in fact, the possession of anyone. She is free. She has no debt. And if we present that letter to Samhain, hopefully things will go well. We've also avoided being conned, and we have got a little bit of loot and knowledge of where the serpent wine is. Hopefully the serpent isn't too far away. But before we go searching for the serpent, we need to search these islands for some cool stuff. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.